Chapter 1. The Unsettling Hunch. As Alex lay in bed, the faint glow of the TV flickered across the room. His girlfriend, Mia, had fallen asleep next to him, her phone still playing a show she'd been watching. The soft hum of the TV was comforting, a familiar background noise that usually lulled him to sleep. But tonight, something felt different. It wasn't the first time Alex had noticed changes in Mia's behavior over the past few months. They'd been together for 2.5 years, and while their relationship had once been strong, it had slowly started to unravel. The distance between them had grown, and the intimacy they once shared had all but disappeared. He couldn't remember the last time they'd had sex. April, maybe? That was nearly 5 months ago. He glanced over at Mia, her face peaceful in sleep. For the first time in their relationship, Alex felt a strong urge to look through her phone. It wasn't like him to snoop, he'd always respected her privacy. But tonight, that nagging feeling in the pit of his stomach was too strong to ignore. With careful hands, he reached for her phone, trying to ignore the guilt gnawing at him. As he unlocked the screen, his heart pounded in his chest. What was he even expecting to find? Chapter 2. The Discovery. The first thing he noticed was a message to one of Mia's friends, sent just last week when she'd been visiting her hometown. His eyes widened as he read the text, a picture of a pregnancy test with the caption, "You won't believe what I'm doing." The next message was a photo of the test result, with Mia expressing her relief that it was negative. Alex felt a cold chill run down his spine. He knew Mia had gone back home, as she often did when her work contracts ended. But this, he couldn't make sense of it. Why would she need to take a pregnancy test? They hadn't been intimate in months. His mind raced as he scrolled through more of her messages. In her Instagram DMs, he found a conversation with a guy she'd known for a while. She had initiated contact, asking if he still lived in her hometown and telling him she'd hit him up when she was back. The exchange didn't seem like they had met up yet, but it was clear there was a plan in place. Further down, Alex found another message from last year. Mia had been flirting with another guy who had invited her to lunch. His stomach turned as he read the friendly exchanges. It wasn't just the pregnancy scare that bothered him now. It was the realization that Mia had been entertaining other men while they were together. Chapter 3. The Painful Realization. Alex put the phone down, his hands trembling. He sat there in the dim light, trying to process what he had just seen. His mind raced back to December, when they had gone through an early abortion. It had been a difficult time for both of them, and in many ways, it had marked the beginning of the end of their relationship. Since then, Mia had had regular periods, at least 6 that he could remember. But now, this. He tried to piece it all together. Could the pregnancy scare have been with someone else? Was there a connection between her sudden obsession with wearing perfume, the same one he had bought for her, and the men she was messaging? Mia worked in healthcare, so why would she need to wear perfume to take care of patients? The more he thought about it, the more everything started to make sense. Mia's growing distance, her increased attention to her appearance, her friendly exchanges with these men, it all pointed to one conclusion: she had been unfaithful. Alex felt a mixture of anger and sadness wash over him. He wanted to confront her, to demand answers, but at the same time, he knew that nothing she could say would change the reality of what he had seen. The trust between them was shattered, and there was no going back. Chapter 4. The Inevitable Decision. For the next few days, Alex kept his emotions in check, trying to act as normal as possible. Mia didn't seem to suspect anything, going about her daily routine as if nothing was wrong. But inside, Alex was a storm of emotions. He couldn't bring himself to look at her the same way, knowing what she had done. He made a plan. When Mia was at work, he would pack up her things, box them neatly, and leave them by the front door. He didn't want a confrontation, didn't want to hear her excuses or apologies. He just wanted her out of his life. The day came sooner than he expected. As Mia left for work, Alex watched her go, feeling a strange sense of finality. Once she was out of sight, he got to work, gathering her clothes, her books, her personal items. He packed them with care, as if handling something fragile, though his heart was anything but. By the time he was finished, the apartment felt emptier than ever. Her boxes lined the hallway, a silent testament to the end of their relationship. All that was left was to send the message. He sat down at the table, his phone in hand, and composed a text. He kept it short and to the point, letting her know that he had seen everything, that he wished her the best, and that she needed to be out by the end of the day. He hit send, feeling a weight lift off his shoulders, even as his heart ached with the finality of it all. Chapter 5: The Aftermath. Alex didn't wait for Mia to come home. He couldn't bear to see her reaction, to hear her words. Instead, he left the apartment, taking a long walk through the city, trying to clear his mind. As he walked, he thought about the last 2.5 years. They had shared so much laughter, love, even pain. But now, all of that felt like a distant memory, overshadowed by the betrayal he had uncovered. He knew that this was the right decision, that he deserved better than what Mia had given him. But that didn't make it any easier. The pain of losing someone you love, even when it's for the best, is still pain. When he finally returned home, the apartment was empty. Mia had come and gone, taking her things with her. The place felt different now, quieter, almost hollow. But it was a new beginning, a chance for Alex to rebuild his life without the shadow of betrayal hanging over him. He sat down on the couch, taking a deep breath. It was over, and now all he could do was move forward.